We are told to romanticize our lives, enjoy the little things, and see the beauty in everything. For a long period in my life, these sentiments felt as far reached as one's childhood dreams may feel. For many years and days, I was engulfed by the darkness of my past, and slowly drifting away and staying just enough afloat to breathe. Time felt still, with no signs of better days. I was merely participating in my life as I watched the grains of sand slowly trickle down in this hourglass timer we call life. Truth is, somewhere along the way, I had completely lost myself. My goals and life decisions mirrored others as I longed to find a place in this world. And I found myself constantly morphing into different shapes to fit into everyone else's puzzles. And while I felt more lost each day, I also felt the pressure of getting older. I felt trapped by the societal pressures to eventually figure it all out sooner than later. And then things changed. The thing is, I can't quite pinpoint the moment or moments where I felt the shift in mindset. Time is magical that way. It at times feels so heavy, but with enough of it, it can help heal some of our deepest wounds. 2023, similar to the years that came before, brought me time. Time to feel, experience, do, see, and heal. While the months, days, and hours are arbitrary concepts of time in our attempt to track and contain something so intangible as time itself, there is something serene about the marking of the beginning and the end of each. 24 hours in each day, 7 days in a week, and 12 months in a year. It helps us contextualize other intangible concepts, perhaps, like progress, emotions, and changes. So as I reflect on the last 11 or so months of 2023 and flip through the mental images and montage of memories, I feel lucky to have felt, seen, achieved, failed, and evolved. In 2023, I lived these 3 truths. First, I let my inner child flourish. In the last few years, and this year especially, I allowed myself to approach newness with childish curiosity and openness to fail. This was difficult to do considering that most of us learn at a young age the clear division between success and failure. I'm learning to create the space for both and defining my success in the progress, as well as having the courage to continue. This year, I said yes to half-baked plans and unknown adventures that made me feel alive and blissfully imperfect. After all, the process is usually the most exhilarating part that makes the end that much sweeter. I listened to my intuition. In a world of very few absolutes and infinite noise, I turned to myself for answers. I often had decision paralysis and fear of making the wrong choice. But the thing is, only parts of the outcome can be anticipated, but never fully predicted. So, rather, I'm disciplining myself with skill sets to build strong foundations to support my leaps of faith. For one, this YouTube channel. Through iterations and editing, I'm ridding myself of the idea of perfection just by doing. Filming also makes me see the world through the lens of creative possibilities, quite literally at times. So my advice is that once you find something that sparks your heart and mind, make sure to put love and time into cultivating it. Lastly, I saw the good in people. As I sought to live out my human experience with no expectations of how it ought to be, I grew to appreciate the sense of security, liberty, and responsibility that comes with growing older. I also worked through the discomforts of professional and personal conflicts while protecting my own boundaries. And in shamelessly and openly acknowledging who I am, I found a community of people who appreciates, fuels, and empowers the ever-changing me. This year, I laughed louder and cried harder than ever before. By breaking free of my prejudices and ideals, I was able to lean into who I really am, and as a result, found goodness in people. Now, call me a recent optimist convert, but let's be for real. Who the hell knows what 2024 even holds? So I'm here to remind myself as I share with you all that while not every day is a good day, there's good in every day. A cliche I try to think about each day. I hope that in sharing some of the ways I found my light in the darkness that felt endless at times, that this video gives you a bit of strength to continue. And with another year ahead of us, I raise us a toast. Cheers to yet another trip around the sun, to live out our human experience. Here's to everything that has been, is, and always will be part of who we are. So here's to us.